Hi there, I'm Carol, one of your winter box reviewers, and thanks for joining me today. So I live in Singapore. My skin type is oily combination with pretty large pores as always clogged. So if you have similar skin issues, you will learn today if the upcoming Sabbatical Beauty winter box is a good fit for your skin issues or not. And just like you, I'm an ordinary person. I'm not the beauty influencer who gets paid for her reviews. And what I'm trying to do is just, find the best fit products and routines that are suitable for my skin needs, just like you. So what I'm going to do today, right, is to share with you what are the changes in my AM and PM routine ever since I've gotten the winter box products and how I've actually incorporated them into what I do in the mornings and evenings. But before we do, right, can I just share with you again what's in the winter box so that you know what are the exact products that have changed in my routines. So first up, for the winter box, you will be getting 2 masks. Okay, the first one is the botanical gel mask. I hope you can see the words. It's the botanical gel mask. Okay, second item, right, you will get this, the Rise Against the Patriarchy cleansing milk. Third item, okay, coffee hair oil. And following that, you will also be getting donkey cream. Next, there is snow sleeping cream. Okay. As for the serums, right, you will get Radiance. Okay. Next, you get the Burgundy lip tint. And last but not least, right, there is this amazing Day Spa body cream which I love. Okay, so this is the standard winter box. If you are, oh sorry, I forgot, there is also the bamboo cleansing balm. I should have talked about this first off because this is the oil cleanser. It's the first step, but I left it out. It was sitting nicely in one corner. So bamboo cleansing balm. So all that was in the standard box. If you are to get the deluxe box, right, you will also be getting this, the healing rosehip oil, and definitely you will also be getting the milk cream mask if you're getting the deluxe box. So pretty value for money, I would say. Okay, so those are the winter box items, and I'm going to share with you now what has been changing in my AM and PM routine since I've received the box. So I'm going to tell you what I have been using before winter box first. So for AM, right, bearing in mind that I live in Singapore, it's pretty hot, pretty humid. So what I've been doing so far is to always go for the light products. So in the morning, right, before winter box, may I remind you, okay, I would actually use vacuum. Okay, first step, vacuum. I double cleanse in the morning as well. And then the next step would be the rose foaming cleanser. And I'm using unopened ones to show you here because the open ones are all sitting inside the bathroom now. So VCO, rose as a second step. So for my third step, right, okay, after I do the double cleanse, we'll be back in my room where I put on all the serums and stuff. So after cleansing, it will be, okay, where is my maple? Okay, maple essence toner, followed by coconut. And then if, okay, here it is, followed by, okay, red wine, pressed serum. And I have pretty bad eye bags and dark eye circles, so I do use bright eye in the morning. After that, right, I would actually seal everything in with pearl. Okay, this is a very naked bottle. The label has already fallen off. It just goes to show how much I've been using it. But I will seal everything in with pearl, followed by sunscreen. So that is my AM routine. But ever since gotten the winter box, right, what I've been doing is in the mornings, I would still use VCO because it cleanses off so easily, but I will now not use rose foaming. I would use this in the morning. And yes, I know this is actually still unopened because I actually purchased the Voice collection. So I have this from the Voice, and that bottle is sitting inside the bathroom now. So this is from the winter box, it's new. But second step in the morning after VCO will be Rise Against. So these two, I still do double cleanse in the morning. After that, right, I will still use coconut as a first serum because it's very light. After maple, I'm forever forgetting toners. Okay, I will still use maple, followed by coconut, and then I would use Radiance. Okay, after radiance. And I am now slowly trying to incorporate donkey cream into my AM routine because I have very oily skin, right? I was actually pretty worried that this would turn my face into an oil slick. So what I did initially was T-zone. I still use red wine press serum, and because my face is actually drier than the T-zone, I put donkey cream on my cheeks and chin. Yeah, and then I would put on pearl, put on sunscreen, and then I'll go out for the day. So slowly, right, I think my skin can take it. So slowly I'm using donkey cream all over my face now in the morning as the last step moisturizer. So this is actually also in the AM instead of red wine press serum for the moment. Okay, so VCO, then Rise Against, Maple, Coconut, Radiance, and Donkey Cream, followed by sunscreen. That is my AM routine. As for my PM routine, right, what was then was actually VCO and, okay, rose cleansing. Just to let you know, because I do shower pretty late at night and then I would actually go off to sleep, what happens is anything goes in my routine. So whatever I'm in the mood for at night, right, I would just put it on. And this is my playground, so I would just, mix and match. Whatever I feel like, I want it on my skin tonight before I go to bed, I'll put it on. So VCO, rose, or maybe even bamboo cleansing foam, or aloe and oat, because I also have some of them in travel sizes. So after that, right, okay, I would sometimes, if I want a third cleanse, use Rise Against, or if the mood strikes, I would use VCO, Rise Against, because I got this in the Voice collection. And then after that, right, it will be either, Asian Powerhouse. Do I have it here? Okay, I would actually put on Asian Powerhouse, followed by Dorian Gray serum, and then, Marine, because lightest to thickest. And then I would actually also put on a beauty oil, for example, like Camellia Gold or Dorian Gray oil and Sleeping Beauty oil, followed by a sleeping pad like Donkey Milk Gel sleeping pad or Sake and Rice. So that was what was my PM routine then. So ever since I've gotten the winter box, right, these days is actually bamboo balm, this one, and I do feel that it's a little bit more oilier than VCO, as in when you rinse off, right, VCO is easier to cleanse, but this feels more luxurious and it smells so heavenly. So what I do to really take it all off, right, is in the shower I would massage all this in, and then I would rinse everything off with a warm wet towel, and it feels so good. So this actually is my PM routine because it's like a spa experience, so why not, right, at the end of the day. So bamboo followed by Rise Against. So this will be my double cleanse ever since I've gotten the winter box. And sometimes, right, when I want to indulge, actually with the winter box is almost every other day now, I would actually do either the botanical gel mask or the milk cream mask. And you must check out my product review of the botanical gel mask because this is to die for. Okay, and then moving on, right, why do I say this is to die for? Because I realized ever since I've used this, right, remember I said my skin is oily? In the past, all the serums that I put on, right, maximum 2 drops, and my skin will not be able to absorb any more than that 2 drops. And if I use more than 1 serum, everything is going to turn into an oil slick, oil field, I have no idea, just a whole sea of oil. But after I've used this, right, somehow it regulated my skin. I don't know what it does, but seriously, my skin is now drinking all the serums. I mean, FYI, pumpkin spice latte, I can put 6 drops. Dorian Gray, I can put 6 drops. And even after that, I can still put on beauty oil and my face is mad. I mean, miracle, right? Anyway, botanical gel mask. And oh, by the way, after masking, right, my first step, okay, would be definitely a toner as well. And then probably, the first serum. And I used to not be able to take lotus serum mist. Okay, can you see the words? You can't see the words, huh? Let's use this instead. Okay, this is new because in the past I couldn't absorb lotus serum mist. This is the travel size that I couldn't finish at all because my face couldn't absorb. But I realized ever since using botanical gel mask, right, my face absorbs everything. So I got this as an incentive during one of the parties. I have not even opened it yet, but looking at the rate this is finishing, right, this is like in less than 1 month's time. So I'm really looking forward to using this, but that's beside the point because that's not beauty winter box. So I'm just saying this is amazing, people. So after the mask, right, first serum, and then next up, right, would be all the serums. Okay, still maybe coconut or pumpkin spice latte because I still prefer a very lightweight serum to plump up everything. Next would be radiance. Okay, if my skin feels especially dry that night, right, which is actually not really likely, I would put on the beauty oil. But after radiance this day, right, I would actually put on snow sleeping cream. Surprisingly, it's not too oily, so I can actually go to sleep with this, and it feels so good. And I'm using a lot of ants, because it just comes to me as I'm talking. And snow sleeping cream smells so good. Okay, so I would put snow or donkey cream. So on nights whereby I shower and washes my hair, I would definitely use the coffee hair oil. And I have a couple of pimples that is, popping out. There's one here that's healing. Okay, I think you can see the reflection under the sun. So I actually use more honey coupled with the rose healing oil. I would just, this is actually a roller. So I'm not very comfortable just rolling it all over my face because I don't want to, contaminate what's inside. So I would make sure my hands are clean. I would roll it on my hand and then I would actually apply. So more or less, right, that is my routines this day. So I have switched out a couple of the items. I am not using Doreen Gray serum at the moment because that is for evening of skin tone, and I am using Radiance from the winter box because I believe they have more or less the same effects. And just before I sleep, I would also put this on, and it smells so good. For those of you who knows me, right, I'm a Nourish freak. I'm a sake and rice lover, and day spa. I love day spa so much. So when this came out in the winter box, right, can you imagine? I was ecstatic over it. Okay, so this is what I've been doing for the past week in my first week's routine. Basically, I have not totally wiped out everything from my past routine, but rather I'm incorporating everything in slowly, changing item by item so that I can really see what is the full effect. Because if I were to just change out everything, I don't think I would be able to tell you, what snow does, what the botanical gel mask does, or what Radiance does. So one by one, I'm actually changing all the items so that if there's any changes in my skin, I can tell. So in my upcoming reviews for the next 2 to 3, 4 weeks, right, I will share with you further what are the changes I see from using all these products. Okay, so I think that's all for today. Alright, thanks for joining me, and I'll also be sharing with you, the individual product reviews on the items that I especially love from the winter box. So just to remind, right, I'm not a beauty influencer, so I'm not getting paid for all this. This is seriously just me looking for products that I love, and I really do love them now. And also, if you want to interact more with me and other lovely people online and the other reviewers, feel free to join our Facebook group. We can be found at www.facebook.com/sabbaticalbeauty, and if this gets uploaded onto the YouTube channel, right, then do subscribe and like as well. So I think that's all for now. So if you have any questions, right, feel free to drop me a note online, and when I see them, I'll definitely reply to the best of my ability. Okay, so that's all for today. Okay, thank you for joining me. All right, bye bye.